So, Aatrox is about to become Mirror in Skyblock, and many mid-game players don't really know what type of gear they should get. Well, that's what I'm going to be going over in this video. For the weapons, you're going to want something that does a pretty good amount of damage to all types of mobs. Two things I can recommend for mid-game are an Emerald Blade, OFA, or you could get a Live Dagger. On the Live Dagger, you could get like Smite for Zombie Slayer, or Bane of Arthropods for Spider Slayer, or just Sharpness if you're doing like Wolf or Enderman Slayer. The Emerald Blade is usually a better option if you have coins, but if you don't, I would use the Live Dagger. In addition to these, you might also want to get a weapon for just killing the mobs just to get the XP. If you don't have many coins, I would recommend a Flower of Truth, but if you have a bit of coins, I would recommend the Juju Shortbow. If you have even more coins, then you could use a form of Wither Blade, such as a Hyperion, or you could use a Terminator. So for the armor, for like Revs, like Spider, and Wolf, and Enderman 1, you can just use your dungeon set most of the time. If your dungeon set isn't getting you by, then you should probably try and upgrade it a little. Like, I'm a Berserker in dungeons, but I'm using a Reaper Mask just so I have a bit more healing with my Wand of Atonement. But yeah, just use your dungeon setup with a few upgrades. Finally is what type of Slayer you should do. Usually I recommend to start with Zombie Slayer just because it unlocks a lot of important things, such as the Reaper Mask and the Warden Helmet, which are both really helpful in other Slayers. Spider Slayer isn't very useful, but it can be if you want to use a Tarantula Helmet. Wolf Slayer is probably also useful, so you should do that just for the different power orbs. And finally, Enderman Slayer is pretty useful for mid-game, but only getting up to Enderman Slayer 3 just for the Juju Shortbow unlock.